My name is Joel, and in the last 10 years, I've done over $8 million of revenue and I've built a 6-figure additional AI agency. I've closed deals worth $8,000 a month, and I've transformed real businesses with AI. And I still don't know half of what my competitors know. All I know is I make more money. And let me tell you, that is my superpower, not my weakness. Here's what nobody wants to admit about the AI gold rush. The people making the most money from AI know the least about AI. Think about that. Who got rich during the California gold rush? Was it the miners who understood geology? Who knew everything about mineral deposits and extraction techniques? No, it was Levi Stratus selling jeans. It was the people running the salons. It was the folks selling the shovels. They didn't need to understand gold. They needed to understand people. And right now, every piece of advice that tells you to master AI and to become an AI guru before planning the, and right now, every piece of advice tells you to master AI and to become an AI guru before you plan your business. They say, how to build an AI agency, your quick start guide for 2025. The thing is, this is totally wrong. This is backwards. Let me tell you what happens when you become an AI expert. You see, last month I was on a sales call with a potential client. $5,000 a month retainer was on the table. And they ran a home services company. They did about 20 million in revenue, and they were bleeding leads because their response time was about 4 hours. They didn't ask me how a large language model worked. They didn't ask me the difference between ChatGPT and Claude. And they didn't ask me if I could explain transformer architecture. You know what they did ask me? Can you make us respond to leads in under 60 seconds? That's it. One question, one problem, one solution. If I'd spent the call explaining AI, showing off my knowledge and trying to educate them about the technology, I would have lost the deal. Instead, I said this: yes, we can have you responding within 37 seconds. Now let's explore how much more money this is going to make you. That deal was closed in 12 minutes. But here's where it gets really interesting. I have a friend. Let's call him Marcus for privacy reasons. Marcus is absolutely brilliant. He really understands AI. Here's the guy who'll sit down and read research papers over lunch. And you see, Marcus has been trying to make money with AI for 2 years. To the best of my knowledge, he's made about $15,000 total. Why? Because every time he gets on a call, he becomes Professor Marcus. He educates, he explains, and he overwhelms. He is the first fisherman from the story, studying the fish while the village goes hungry. Now, let me tell you something about business owners that will change everything. They don't buy technology, they buy outcomes. When someone has a headache, they don't want to understand the molecular structure of ibuprofen. They want to stop the pain. When someone's business is broken, they don't want to understand SEO, they want it fixed. And here's the beautiful part. The less you know about the technical details, the better you get at selling outcomes. Because you're forced to speak in human language. Here, watch this. There are 2 ways to pitch the exact same service. This is how an AI expert would explain it. We implement RAG-enabled LLM with vector embeddings to create a schematic search system that interfaces with your CRM via API to enable automated response generation based on historical customer interaction data. Does that make you sick? Here's the smart way. This is what business owners buy. When someone emails you at 2 in the morning, they'll get a perfect response in 37 seconds. You'll never lose another lead due to slow response time. Which one do you think will get the contract? But wait, you're probably thinking, Joel, don't I need to know AI to deliver the service? No, you don't. And here's why. He hired boats. You don't build AI, you hire developers. Right now on Upwork, there are 10,000 developers who can build any AI system you can imagine. And they'll charge you $15 to $25 an hour. You could charge a client $5,000 a month. You be the translator, the bridge, the business person who understands the problems and the solutions. Let me give you a real example here, guys. So last quarter, I closed a $6,000 a month deal for an AI customer service system. The client was a SaaS company losing customers to poor support. I hired a developer for $2,000 to build it. Took him about 2 weeks. Now I make about $6,000 a month in perpetuity. And I spend maybe 2 hours a month managing it. And of those 2 hours, most of it's just communicating with the developer who initially built it. So did I build the AI? No. Do I understand the code? No. Did I solve a $50,000 a year problem? Yes. And the developer is brilliant, but he's sitting on Upwork. He's charging $40 an hour. I know a lot about AI, but I don't know how to build things to that degree. What I do know is I'm invoicing $6,000 a month. So who's the smart one here in terms of business? Look, I'm not saying to be ignorant. You need to understand the core basics. You need to understand if someone questions you how to give some answers. I'm saying you need to be strategic about your ignorance. Learn enough AI to be dangerous. That's about 10 hours of YouTube videos. So here's what you need to know. You need to know what's possible and what works. You need to know what problems it solves, not how it solves them. You need to know what it costs, not how to build it. That's it. That's your entire AI education. Then you want to spend 1,000 hours learning the following: sales, psychology, business strategy, pricing, negotiation, problem identification. Because here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. Your clients aren't hiring you for your AI knowledge. They're hiring you because of your business knowledge. They need someone who understands their industry, their problems, their language, and their fears. And the moment you become an AI expert, you stop being a business expert. You start speaking a different language, and you start solving different problems. You start selling to yourself instead of to them. So guys, here's my contrarian advice that will make every guru rage. Stay deliberately dumb about AI technology. Use ChatGPT. Know it works. Don't care why. Like using electricity without understanding electrons. Become obsessed with business problems. Read industry publications, not AI research papers. Study pain points, not Python. Hire the experts, be the CEO. Let developers develop, you translate and sell. Speak money, not machine learning. This will save you $50,000 a year, not this uses advanced NLP. Position yourself as a business strategist who happens to use AI, not an AI expert who happens to do business. You see, there was an MIT study just recently that proved that 83% of ChatGPT users couldn't recall what they wrote minutes earlier. You know why? Because they're letting AI think for them. And the gurus are creating an army of AI-dependent technicians who can't think strategically. And this is your unique point. While they're mastering tools, you master the game. So guys, let me quickly return to our fisherman. Right now, you have a choice. You can spend the next year becoming the first fisherman, learning everything about AI, understanding the technology, reading the research papers, building your expertise. And in a year, you'll be the smartest broke person in the room. Or you can spend the next 90 days becoming the second fisherman, finding hungry markets, solving expensive problems, hiring smart developers, and building a business. In 90 days, you could have your first $5,000 a month client. The storm is coming here, guys. AI is changing everything. The boats are about to be destroyed, and the first fisherman is still studying. The second fisherman has already built his wealth. He's built a harbor to put his boats in that are safe. The question is, which fisherman will you be? Because guys, the village is hungry, and they don't care about your knowledge. They need to be fed. Here's a quote that I love. The expert studies the tool, the entrepreneur uses it.